air, water, earth, fire. Long ago, the four maps lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the scripters were at the top of the leaderboards. Only the Avatar, master of all four maps, could stop them, but when the world needed her most, she vanished. 100 weeks passed, and YouTube discovered the new Avatar, a firebender named Frenchmanilla. And although her instaplonking skills are great, she has a lot to learn before she's ready to 5K. But I believe Frenchmanilla can save the leaderboards. Yo, what's good everybody? It's your girl Frenchmanilla here, and today is episode 1 of a 5-part series I'm calling Avatar the Last Instaplonker. 4 of the episodes will be featured around the elements from the intro: air, water, earth, and fire, and there will be one secret episode somewhere in the middle. Today's episode is air, so we're going to be playing a map called Geoguessr, so without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Ooh, okay. So this is the sky. What am I thinking here? I don't know. Like, the wire is very, like, choppy. It's not really, like, giving me much. Like, I can see, like, you know, slashes through them. For some reason, I want to go in Uruguay. I don't really know why. I'm going to go above Florida in Uruguay, and we'll see where we are. Okay, so we could have been closer, and this is why we're doing training. And practicing this map a couple times. We were in Bangladesh. Okay. Ooh, okay. We have 2025 copyright. We have a tree with no leaves on it, and we see a bunch of wires. I'm thinking, I had a couple thoughts. I had like maybe like Arge, maybe like the US, maybe Poland. I don't know. I have like so many thoughts of where this could be going through my head. I've never like played Geoguessr like this, like just like NMPZ looking at the sky. So I'm gonna go in like Minnesota. I think, yeah, we'll see where we are. Okay, well, we at least got a point this time, so we're improving a little bit. We were in New Zealand in the North Island. Okay. Okay, the sun is a little bit lower in the sky here. We have some black wires here. They're a little bit like squiggly. It looks like maybe 2025 copyright coverage, which could be a lot of places. Maybe I will go Kentucky, near Bowling Green. Okay, we were in Indonesia, near Patrol. Okay. Alright, we got a kind of like a gray sky here. I don't know. I feel like I can't read the copyright years. This is like 2017? That is really, really old coverage. Where is some place that has 2017 copyright coverage? I don't really know copyright years, but I'm hoping by practicing all these maps, like during this Avatar the Last Instaplonker series, maybe I'll get better at like naturally recognizing where different copyright is, or at least getting better at having not as much information in around. I don't know where this could be. For some reason, I want to go like near Rustenburg and like Za, but I have no clue. Okay, we were in Russia near a city called Muchnaya. Ooh, okay, this sky is very blue compared to some of the other skies we've had so far. And we have like the diagonal cuts again in the wire, which I don't know if that happens with like every type of whatever footage this is or like coverage. Where was the first round? We had one round in New Zealand. We had a round in Bangladesh that was like this with the wires, right? Like the cuts through the wires. So I'll go north of Dhaka. Okay. So we were in Kazakhstan and southern Kazakhstan, but we at least got a bunch of points, and considering I got 0 points in some of these rounds, I'll take 757, low as it may be. All right, we got 759, which definitely is a score we can improve upon, so let's keep playing and see if we can get a higher score. Okay, 2025 coverage, sun. What am I thinking here? Maybe I'll go Latvia. I'm getting Latvia vibes from this. Okay, we at least got some points. We got 45 points. We were in Alberta near a city called Three Creeks. Okay. And as you can see, NMPZ is not my strongest mode, but usually when you're in NMPZ, you're not facing the sky. So I'm really just trying to see, like, by practicing all these maps, like, how different my skills are from, like, you know, other modes, and, like, kind of where I need to learn more. So that's kind of just, like, the goal of this, is just practicing NMPZ skills, or practicing maps that maybe have coverage that I'm not the most used to. So it'll be an interesting series, hopefully. Okay, we have 2025. We have, like, a blue sky. I feel like this could be, like, a Montana. I'll go near Butte. Okay, we were in Spain. We were a little bit east of Moraleja del Vino. Okay, I feel like we see a little bit of a pole on the right side here, which is interesting. Not a circular pole or like an octagonal pole or anything like that. It does feel a little bit rectangular, which, like, do I ever think, like, Thailand because of the rectangular holy poles? But I can't see if there's holes on this pole. I don't know if the leaves are screaming Thailand to me, though. Like, this doesn't really feel right. And this one's like a pine tree, right, on the bottom. So we have a little bit more information to work with in this round. So I'm not feeling Thailand anymore, but I initially thought that because of the pole. Somewhere with a rectangular-ish pole, a little bit of pine, like a dark pine, and a little bit of whatever this kind of tree is. Could it be like a... What does the top of, like, a Romania pole look like? I know, like, it has, like, the holes in the middle of the pole, but not the same as, like, a Thailand holy pole. But maybe I want to go somewhere in Europe. So I'll go Romania. Okay. Did I cook? I think I cooked there. All right, well, that is the first time we got the country right, and we got 3.7K, which I will definitely take. I think that might be the best guess we get in this whole episode. 3.7, amazing score. Okay. A lot easier to, like, I think get closer when I have more information. Like, just the clouds in the sky is a little bit difficult with the copyright, but the trees and, like, the poles, like, a little bit glimpse of it give me, like, some sort of idea. Or maybe I was lucky. I don't know. Okay. Kind of overcast, a little bit bright here, so I'm assuming the sun's behind the clouds over here. We have a tree that is missing a lot of leaves, so maybe it's more like fall, wintry coverage. What am I thinking here? Feels someplace a little bit colder since it's like maybe fall, wintry coverage. Maybe I want to go like, is it ever like Estonia? I'll go there. Okay. So we're in the wrong continent, but we at least got 7 points, which is better than no points, so we'll take that. We were in, I think, Chiapas, right? Or we were in Tabasco. Okay, in Mexico. Ooh, okay. We have more tree here. So what copyright is that? 2024, I think. We have the sun peeking out in the bottom here. A little bit of like a yellow tint to the clouds. I don't really know why. What are these trees giving? It's not like Southeast Asia trees, right? These are more like, I feel like the Americas or like Europe maybe. What am I thinking here? I want to go like a Georgia. I don't really know why. I'll go like near Marietta. Okay, well, we were in Spain again, which I think we had a Spain location in the first set of 5, but we didn't get it then either. But that is okay. I'm extremely proud that I got the right country at least once in this episode. Really didn't think that would happen with how little information I have. But we got 3.8k, which is a vast improvement on our first score. I'm going to play this map again and see if I can beat my score of 3.8k and maybe get the right country even twice. Let's see. Okay, we have more information here. We have a lot of clouds on the left half. We have trees on the right. And there's a little bit of like that red square, like not square, like the red tint to the camera up here on the tree. You can see like that's not the natural color of the branch. One yellow leaf down at the bottom, which you can't really see when the map pops up like that. Why does it make me think like UK? I feel like I see a lot of like that red kind of just like random like splotch of color on the screen when I'm in like the UK or France, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna go north, near Northampton, I guess. And we'll see where we are. Okay, so not technically the right country, and by not technically I mean not at all. But I did mention France at least, so it was one of the ones I was thinking, and I think we even got a better score than when I guessed in the right country in Romania last round, so we'll definitely take that. We were in France. We were a little bit near Cerisier-la was a forêt. It kind of disappears when I zoom in and out, but that is okay, because that was a pretty good score compared to some of our other rounds. All right, we got 2024 copyright coverage. We have a bright sky, a little bit of a circular view, blue. What am I thinking here? This could literally be anywhere. Like I don't have pole information, I don't have tree information, just pure Geoguessr. I'm thinking maybe Cordoba, near Cordoba in Argentina. Okay, well, we were at least in the right continent, so we'll take that because the dubs are, you take dubs where you can get them. So we weren't in Arg, unfortunately, but we were in Brazil in the state of Acre. So we got 900 points there. Okay, this one I cannot see the copyright coverage at all. It is a little bit darker. We see a little bit of tree poking out over here with some interesting leaves. Does it ever feel like South or Southeast Asia? I'm feeling like maybe like in Bangladesh, like near Kushtia. I don't know why. Something about the leaf, but I feel like I'm gonna be like continents away again because like, yeah, just looking at the sky, not my strongest skill set in Geoguessr, so we're gonna go here. Okay, so not in Bangladesh. We were in Brazil, near Boa Vista in the state of Roraima. Okay. Okay, blue sky. Again, we see like the lines of like the camera, like the 8 like, you know, spokes or whatever, like a little bit through the clouds here. We have the bright sun on the right side. 2020, I can't read that number because it's kind of blurred into the clouds. Is it ever 2022 copyright coverage maybe? What am I thinking here? I don't know. I honestly have no clue here, but the sky is very, very blue. Do I ever go... No. Maybe I'll go Australia this time. I'll go near Griffith in NSW. Okay. Well, we were in Italy, and we were near Marina di Chiuti. We got 0 points around, but that is okay. Okay, this is a lot more information to work with. We have 2024 copyright coverage. We have a bunch of trees here, and these are very like tall trees. Like, you know, all the leaves are at the very tippy top. And we can see here like this thing I'm circling with my mouse. I don't know if my mouse like cursor is showing up though. A lot of like little branches in this section here. What am I thinking based on the trees from this angle? I don't know why I feel like it's giving Poland, maybe? Is this even the right continent? Do you feel like Polish trees? I feel like that's what I thought when I first saw the trees, and I can't explain it. So I'm gonna go here and we'll see how far we are. Okay, well, we were actually in NSW, which I think I guessed last round. We were near a city called Hargraves in Australia in NSW. So, okay, we got 4.9k, which I think is better than our last round. So we're gonna play this map one more time to practice my air skills in Geoguessr and see if I can get a better score and get more countries right. All right, we have kind of like a grayish sky with clouds, and it's very like bright behind the clouds, but it's not like showing in like the camera because it's behind the clouds. 2022 coverage, we have some reddish branch trees with no leaves, so someplace cold or just at least in the winter. Where has like 2022 coverage that's cold and trees that would have red branches? The only place like I know for sure has like red-ish branch trees is like Finland or Russia, because I feel like when I did some like Sweden Finland 50-50 map a couple of weeks ago, along the Finland Russia border there were a lot of like red branched trees. So I kind of want to go near like Sortsavala in Russia, just based off like the red trees that I can see in the corner of the screen, and we'll see where we are. Okay, so I could have been closer there. We were in the wrong continent. We were in Nigeria, near a town called Iye. Okay. Okay, this is an interesting set of clouds. The clouds are not like all together, you know what I mean? Like they're very like spaced out here. And the sun is very bright here. What kind of coverage is it? I can't see the year anywhere. Don't know what year it is, although I don't know how much that would help me even if I knew. Oh, wait, no, I see 2025 down here. JK, it's 2025 copyright coverage. Where do I think it is? I want to go New Zealand. I'm going to go near Pio. Okay, we were in the US, so not close at all. We were in Michigan near Vernon and Durand. Okay. All right. This is a little bit more information than normal. We have some dark green trees, light blue sky, lots of clouds around. Do these ever feel like Canadian trees? I don't know like where in Canada, but for some reason that's what popped into my head when I first saw them. Not thinking East Coast. Maybe I want to go in like Sask. I'll go near like Moose Jaw. Sure. Okay, we were in Austria, but we at least got some points there. We got 27 points. We were near a city called Kunsten. Okay. All right, we have 2024 copyright coverage, a sky that's a little bit more gray, and we have like a bright sky / cloud on the left. What am I thinking here? I feel like we had some sort of similar route to this before on this map. I think I want to go near Griffith again in New South Wales. I don't know why I keep guessing near here, but I feel like there was a round in NSW somewhere in one of these previous iterations of the map that I did, and maybe it reminds me of that, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, we got no points there. We were in Russia, a little bit northeast, and by a little bit I mean a lot, of Moscow, more closer to like Yaroslavl is like the biggest city nearby. Okay, well, this is just pure Skyguessr, not a cloud in the sky, not a tree in the sky, not a pole top in the sky. We have 2019 copyright coverage, which is very old, I think, compared to like a lot of countries' copyright coverage, because a lot of them get updated, but who's gonna have 2019 coverage? I feel like maybe Russia has a lot of 2019 coverage because it doesn't get updated really. I'm gonna go near Kazan. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah, I feel like a lot of countries would have a more updated year than 2019, so I think from what I know, I'm gonna go in Russia because it doesn't get updated really, so we're gonna go near Kazan. Okay, we got the right country, so we'll definitely take that, and we got a lot of points. We got 2.6k, which I know is not a lot for like a normal, you know, dual single player map or whatever, but especially for this map where we're playing NMPZ and just looking at the sky and, you know, seeing how many guesses we went wrong hemisphere or wrong continent, this is really, really good getting in the right country. We were a little bit more eastern near a city called Shadrinsk, but we'll definitely take that. We got 2.7k with a majority of the points being that last round in Russia, but I learned a little bit something at least about the copyright because I kind of narrowed down the amount of countries or what countries it could be based on like the year I saw in the sky. So maybe that is something that I could try to remember in the future or study in the future, is like copyright years and looking for that in like, you know, brighter areas where maybe there's not as much information around and you're just on a rural road. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of the 5-part series called Avatar the Last Instaplonker. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know down in the comments. I'll also be linking the map in the description if you want to try it out yourself, and also look forward to the rest of this series. If this is way in the future and you're watching this in like 2028 or 2034 or something like that, all the other episodes will be linked in the description, but if you're watching this as the episodes come out, then there's plenty more to look forward to in the coming weeks. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Frenchmanilla and have a great day.